Did you know that you can reduce your odds of developing an anxiety disorder in the future by up to 60% if you exercise? That's right. Not only will it reduce by 60% your odds of being diagnosed with an anxiety disorder in the future, it will reduce anxiety overall right now. So let me explain a little bit more. The amount of studies out there on how effective, how important exercise is for our mental health, for anxiety and depression, but for this video, I'm just going to focus on anxiety, is staggering. The amount of evidence, the amount of research out there is overwhelming. What's important to note about the exercise is that it has to be at least moderate to vigorous. And studies are suggesting that the more vigorous your exercise is, the more bang for the buck you get. Also, studies are also suggesting that you got to clock in about 141 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise per week. So that's a couple sessions. It's not too much, but it's a couple sessions. And this is an end. If you do more, typically, you get more benefit. Okay? So now what kind of exercise? So studies are also finding that cardio is more effective than weightlifting. But if you like weightlifting, don't cry. You can do circuit training, right? So you can always adapt it. And then you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting some muscle growth stimulation, and you're getting the optimal mental health benefits. Now, as far as how long does it take? It maxes out. It reaches like the peak effectiveness after about 4 months. So you got to be consistently doing this for 4 months, and then you reach the peak, the most you're going to probably get out of this, unless of course you increase your intensity after 4 months, and then you probably get more out of that. One last thing to mention is how this works. So exercise reduces state anxiety immediately. So if you go in there, state anxiety is when you are actively anxious. So you go in, you bang out a whole good workout, you feel calmer. So it reduces state anxiety. But what it does over those 4 months is it slowly, we don't really know why, we don't know the mechanism. We have suspicions, there's a whole bunch of different theories out there, hormonal theories, neurological theories, all kinds of different theories as to how this really works. But what the cool thing that exercise does is it actually changes your personality slightly. A little tweak here and there. What it changes is something we call trait anxiety. So we have state anxiety and we have trait anxiety. Trait anxiety is your kind of like a personality trait. How likely are you to get anxious about something? And if you do get anxious about something, how long do you stay anxious about it? So the cool thing is after about 4 months, you max out your reduction in trait anxiety, your tendency to get anxious. It's kind of like reducing neuroticism. Isn't that crazy?
Shit.
So if you're not exercising, this is one of the best things you can do for your health. Mental health, yes, but also physical health. There's also another study out there about longevity. For every 1 minute you spend exercising, you give yourself 7 extra minutes of added life. Now, there's obviously a limit to this. You can't, if you exercise 24 hours, you're not going to get, 24 hours times 7. There is a cap to it. I don't remember what the cap is, but so if you're not exercising, you should get to it. This will help with your anxiety. It's not an overnight fix. Obviously, I told you like 4 months, but it's worth the investment. Trust me. So I hope you do that. It's good for you. Okay. See you next video.